Hi, beautiful souls. For those of you that are new here to my channel, my name is Selena Trebuck, and I am a divine embodiment coach. I am also board certified as a hypnotherapist and certified in NLP as well as in timeline therapy. So I do a lot of alchemization or helping guide others to alchemization of their past to really be able to bring unity with their shadows and with their light. So, really bringing the light up to the forefront and finding that alchemization between the two. So, I thought it was very interesting today what was really coming through clear as we are entering into this new full moon in the space of Gemini, right? We've got the twins there in this space, and really feeling called to share and express to you the power of choosing now. Everything is choice, right? Choosing now to really not be hardened, to not be of control or seeing as lack or seeing as not enough in the space of our shadows, but really taking to the forefront an embrace of our shadows, really, completing ourselves by the union of the shadows as well as the union of our wholeness, of our light, of our true intrinsic light. And so allowing that activation of the two to become whole during this movement forward through this new full moon, and really being able to see if you are able to truly tap into that, creating that alchemization between the two to really, instead of having two separates, I'm really hearing more. It's no longer a separation of the two of this is my shadow and this is my light, but really the combination of the two and how they intermingle the same way that we have been seeing over these last few months, really transcending down the unity between the aspect of the divine masculine as well as the divine feminine. So, really being able to see a counterbalance and to be able to see an interweaving of the two of those things. And I'm noticing that my light is getting very, very bright on this, and my red is popping through, but we are just going to work with that. So, as I'm sharing that with you today, I want you to really just tone in and to really just tap into as your days moving forward over these next 30 days of this moon cycle, to really just take step back when you start feeling these resistances, or maybe you start noticing where you're holding anger or you're holding hurt or you're holding shame or you're holding guilt, or you're just holding something that really is truly something that you just are not able to fully understand in that shadow space. Obviously, through the deep work that I do with individuals on a one-on-one basis, we can really, deep dive into the roots, really channel back to exactly where that is, that those decisions, that those feelings, those emotions were experienced it, and really deep dive into the alchemization. So, if you're not in that space of working one-on-one with me directly, realizing that you hold the keys within you, each and every one of us hold the power, hold the keys to be able to ask for a deeper understanding, to be able to take a step back and really be open to what those darker sides, what those shadows that we've been so familiar with being called to, but what just the other side is, right? It's really a part of, a parts integration of moving those two things forward, and for us really to be able to have alchemy, to really be able to not just be polarizing at two different separate ends, but polarizing more of a straight line, right? Being really able to polarize in through our whole entire bodies, from heavens and down into earth. What is there that we are here in activation to bring forth into this world? And by tapping into that, by creating that harmony between the two, we are stepping into that next light. So I would like to take you guys through just a short little meditation. Meditation on just that. But first, I am going to draw a card. I would like to hold two oracle sets here, and I was not sure which one I was going to utilize, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with the Sacred Destiny oracles. So definitely another great tool. I don't know if you guys utilize oracle cards at this point in time. I actually bought my first tarot set when I was 18 years of age, and then shifted over more into the angel and the oracle guidance cards, just because that was more aligned with the light exposure, with my own guides in that regard. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up. I have one that's already peeking. It is raising its hand, raising its card, raising itself. to be shown. So we're going to pull a card today before we dive into this meditation. And with that, oh, how beautiful. How ironic, and this is my mission through life. I don't know if you can see this, but is the card of love. So that sacred destiny, that oracle of love, right? And how ironic is that this pulls up during this conversation of the alchemy of our shadow side reuniting back with our light, right? That is the highest definition, the highest expression of self-love that we can tap into. This also ties to a message that I heard earlier today as well, of individuals seeking without ourselves, right? This has been a huge paradigm that is quickly falling away. This looking to others or looking to other things to fulfill that space inside of us of love. And instead of looking outside of us, looking for validation, looking for somebody to say, hey, great job, or to say, I love you, really starting to tune in and really starting to align with the conversation, with the feelings, with the emotions of deep self-love, which then emits to everything else around us and really changing that vibration also at a whole other level. So with that, I would like for you to go ahead and I would love for you to close your eyes for just a few moments. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take in a couple deep breaths. I'm going to take those deep breaths. Maybe you're new here to meditation. I'll go lightly with you. So we're going to take those deep breaths in through the nose, breathing in fully until we've filled our lungs, we've filled our heart, our love cavity, all the way filling and extending our belly as well. And taking in another short breath just to the end until we cannot possibly take any more in, and letting that out through our mouth. Letting sound if you need to let out sound, letting out through that exhalation, letting out anything that is not serving you today. Anything that feels dark at this moment, just letting it release from your body through your breath. Going ahead and taking another one back in through your nose, fully expanding, holding just briefly, and letting that out. I want you just to allow that unconscious mind to come to the forefront, that unconscious space where our inner child lives, where our true light resonates. And I want you to tap that into, and don't overthink. If you're overthinking, oh, I should be seeing something else, I should be feeling something else, I want you just to allow that conscious mind just to take a little rest. Go ahead and just sit in your space, whether you hear God, whether you hear universe, whether you hear from source. Allow yourself just to tap into that message of pure light, that message of pure love. I want you just to open up that heart space, that heart chakra. I want you thinking of opening up your heart right now. Opening up that heart to feel the feelings of that love that you hold inside. I do have a puppy. If you hear Lucy barking, just allow her to help you channel into your meditation, into your heart, into that heart of love. She's sharing love and gratitude to you too. So as you listen to that heart space, as you open that, I want you just to feel a little squeeze, like a hug around your heart. I want you to feel that hug toward that part of yourself that shadow has lived for so long. And really giving her that squeeze, or him that squeeze of love. Pure love. I want you to go ahead and I want you to think of 3 doors in front of you right now. Just picture them. I ask that you walk towards one of those doors. Each of these doors, I want you to remember, holds a key to the discovery of self-love for you at another level. You may say to yourself, why 3 doors? They're like doors of choices. They're doors of opportunity. They're doors of always another path that lays in front of us. Another level, another space. Maybe you feel love. You may already feel self-love. I remind you that there is a whole other level of that vibration of love. Yes, a whole other vibration of that love when we begin to bring these two together. When we bring that shadow space of ourselves together with our light in harmony. So as you open, you choose. As you open one of these doors, I want you to walk through, and I want you to feel the feelings of self-love through that door. Maybe a picture comes to mind. Maybe it's a moment of your past. All of these are correct. All of these are okay. All of these are infinite possibilities. As you see this space, I want you to take, if there are any learnings from there, but most importantly, I want you to remember that as you journey down your path, that you always have these doors to tap back into, where you can tap back in, you can feel, you can experience, you can find. When at some moments we feel like we cannot find that inner love, that they all reside here and in so many other beautiful doorways, channelways, rainbows, lights that you have connections with. All right, I want you to go ahead and I want you to step back out through the door. I want you to go ahead and just close it gently behind you. I want you to visualize these 3 doors. Visualize that knowingness that these doors are always here for your discovery, for your reminders. I want you to know that you are loved, you are whole, you are full. I want you to know that you are confident, you are worthy, you are deserving. I want you to know that you are unfeathered. I want you to know that you are the love. I want you to go ahead and I want you to slowly start coming back to yourself, coming back to your room, taking in anything that you need to take in. And you can go ahead and come back down, come to your body, and go ahead and open your eyes and come back to the room. Remembering that it is in love, when we love, that we find the highest level of ourselves. And again, through this beautiful journey of this new full moon, through this falling of the old paradigm that the shadow is separate from our light, but really truly the unionization of this during this powerful time in Gemini. I'm sending you much love. I'm sending you much light. And know that you're complete. If you'd like to experience anything else for myself, definitely reach out. Find me on Facebook at Selena Trabuc. So it's SALENA TRABUC. I also have a personal container, a little private container called Igniting Your Life Goddess as well. I do offer one-on-one coaching, activations, and guidance, as well as group I wish you love. I send you light. And until next time.